Good people. So we continuing with the discussions on the Mbira Repertoire, and I indicated a classification that we've got what we can call genuine or actual Mbira songs. That's the first category, and we've discussed that. And then we have a second category of traditional songs, serious traditional songs that can be performed without the Mbira but have been arranged onto the Mbira. And we've had a discussion on that, the songs that are for the ancient guardians, songs for war, and songs for special spirits, hunting spirits and water spirits. Now the third category are songs that have been adapted from the Karimba, as well as songs that are used in storytelling. So that's the third category that we want to focus on today. And then we've got a fourth category of Mbira compositions as we get access to the world music. Mbira players in Zimbabwe have started playing other musics on the Mbira. And as the Mbira has been exported worldwide, other musicians are playing what they know on the Mbira. That's a fourth category. Now, so the Karimba or the Karimba songs. So by Karimba I mean the smaller Mbira, and there are many types of Karimbas. So the very small ones with up to just 8 keys. But now the most common in Zimbabwe is the Nyunga. It has 15 keys, or the basic one has 15 keys. But people have been adding other keys, so you get 16 key Karimbas, Nyungas, and some have 17, 18, and then the number of keys is increasing by the day. But these smaller Mbiras are the Karimbas. And the songs that have been played on these Karimbas mainly 2-phrase songs. You've got 1 or 2 4-phrase songs. They are mainly 2-phrase songs. And then 2-phrase songs are similar to drumming songs, because in terms of the pitches, it goes down and it goes up and it goes down and it goes up. Those are the 2 phrases. The songs are fairly simple. They are driven by the lyrics. So if you see, the way Chemtengure is taught to Karimba players, you show them the Mbira part. But immediately you show them where to start singing the Chemtengure. They don't do what we do with the proper Mbira songs, that when you are learning Nemamsasa, you have to learn the Mbira part because it is involved and it is complicated. And then only when you know the Mbira part is then when you try to layer the lyrics. I'm saying these Karimba songs are fairly simple and are also driven by the lyrics. So that's a second distinction. So first, they mainly 2-phrase, 2. They're driven by how you sing, and the Mbira parts, they talk of things like a Chemtengure mode or Kaiwa mode, but you can sing some 5-7 songs to that mode. Meaning the Mbira part is simple, is shared. You may change the rhythm or a few other things, but the Mbira part is shared, and then you can sing many songs to that Mbira mode. And then the third point is that they are not serious songs. They are not considered proper to perform in Mbira ceremonies. Now in Mbira ceremonies, you are playing songs to evoke the ancestors, and you are praying for rain, you are praying for good harvests. You want the problems and tribulations that the society is facing to be solved. So these are serious discussions. With the guardians. Now the Karimba songs, because they are not played in that context, these are simple songs, jovial songs. And so when you are singing Chemtengure, the story is that wagon drivers take grease and use it as cooking oil or peanut butter. When you're playing Butsu Mtandarika, it is just a song to joke about the coming of shoes and how long that shoe is when people started wearing these the shoes that came with the Europeans. When you sing Shanje, these are petty jealousies between women married in a in a polygamous relationship. Rovangoma Mtawara, these are happy songs that you can joke about. So these are three important points on the Karimba. They're two-phrase, largely two-phrase songs. They're not serious songs that are appropriate for playing in the Mbira ceremonies, and they are driven by the lyrics. The Mbira parts are generally simple. Now, having said that, so I can list, I can give a short list. These are songs such as Chemtengure. These are songs such as Chikende. Kukaiwa is another popular song. Roangoma Mtawara, Bunga Utete. There are songs like Vamdara Mapfeka Manyatera. And we can add to that category songs that are sung for storytelling. Now, traditional stories were a way of transmitting wisdom, knowledge to the kids. And so there would be stories about animals, the baboon and the hare, and whatever agreements that they did, and so there would be some moral, ethical, historical information that you want to give to the kids through the stories. But as a way of capturing that attention, most stories were told, and you would include a song. That you tell the story, and then you include a song with a part that even the kids have to sing. That was a way of aiding memory. Many of these songs are getting lost, even when the stories are being transcribed into books. The songs have not been transcribed well, are getting lost. But the nature of these songs is almost identical to these Karimba songs. Usually they are happy songs. They are driven by the lyrics. They've got a happy message rather than a deep prayerful message. Some musicians have recorded these songs, and Thomas Mapfumo's songs such as Jakacha, Gudorino Iradoro. Jaja, he's got songs such as Ombi Chairo. He's got songs such as Purakaringa. He's got Orombandi Pemse. So we can add these songs that are used for storytelling to these Karimba songs. And if you count them up, so you can Google the Karimba songs, and if you count them up with these story songs, you can get a category with some 30 or so songs. And I can add that the Karimba is an instrument that is shared, with Mozambique. It extends into Malawi, into Zambia as well. So there are many Karimba songs that are sung not in Shona, but they share a common structure. So I think what I wanted to say is that we've got this category of songs that are played on the Karimba, that are used in storytelling, that we now play on the Mbira Uru. They're largely two-phrase, driven by the lyrics, and the messages are jovial, comedic messages. The 2 points before I close and play a song. The Mbira Uru players are now playing the Karimba. So that's why we have this category on the Mbira Uru. And if you look at what Thomas Mapfumo has done, his Mbira players such as Bezel, he is my good friend. He plays the Mbira Uru. But Thomas Mapfumo has played these songs, Chikende, he's played Chemtengure, he's played Jakacha. All these songs Bezel plays on the Mbira Uru. Now, but the reverse has happened. The Karimba players are also playing the genuine Mbira songs, as well as the traditional songs that have been arranged onto the big Mbira. The Karimba songs, the Karimba players are playing it. An early collaboration between Dumisani Maraire and Efat Mjuru was good, to show how the two Mbiras could be played together. They did 1 or 2 CDs together. But I think one who has been most successful is Chaka Ndika. He now calls himself Chigwedere. He spent 10 years with Mbira Zenarira, but he plays the Karimba, and he was playing in an orchestra that plays the Mbira Uru. And then what it means is that everything that is played by Mbira Zenarira, complex as it is, he could join in with his Karimba. So going into the future, this distinction is getting slimmer or lighter and lighter, because Karimba players are playing the Mbira Uru songs, and Mbira Uru people songs. And then the karimba instrument itself, the keys are getting more and more. The 15-key kalimba has 6 notes. It is only a 7-note scale, but has 1 missing note. If you add that note, you get a 16-note nyunga nyunga, and then people have added notes. So it has the complexity of the Mbira Uru, and as we go forward, people are able to play any of the songs. And then a second thing that has happened is that you can now change the lyrics and compose serious lyrics for these Karima songs. And so what a Mbira part that is 2 phrase that is used, say, for Pumvu Paruzeva, people like Matemai have composed lyrics, Teurai, Kovadzimu, and it has become a serious song. When you sing it that way, it is a Karimba song that is supposed to be jovial and jocular and comedic, but you can compose serious lyrics that make it appropriate to be played in a ceremony. But so much talk for this category of the Karimba songs. I want to play a song briefly, and I'm holding my regular Nemam Sasambira. I've put it in a calabash, so this is a proper pumpkin, but it was cut out differently. So we usually cut it out this way, and then place Mbira in the desert that way. But it was cut out differently by some guy in Seke. So I got this desert through Desert Makombe. It is a nice one. It doesn't amplify as well as the other deserts, but you know, for aesthetic reasons, it is a nice one. The song is Chikende, and there are many lyrics. I think the original ones are Mbira, but others have recorded. Thomas Mafumo's Chingu Chandipedza Msana is also got Bakomana Ndakarota Ngoma. All these are played on the Chikende Mbira. So let's go.